First off, thanks to all of you for coming. As usual, a great crowd on a Saturday night with everything else going on. You know, I can't compete with Keith Urban, but I'll sing something maybe. I don't know. All right. Okay. All right. Also, thanks to our stewardship and evangelization committee. Also to Circle 6. To Joe D. Meese, as usual, wonderful job. And as well to Ron and Joanne for let us have these wonderful benches here. It's the only way we can get everybody to fit here. All right. Okay. Without further ado, here we go. Now, this year's recipients of the St. Boniface 2014 and 15 Volunteers of the Year were chosen by our Stewardship and Evangelization Committee. Now, many individuals never receive an award despite years of parish involvements. Now, formal recognition should never be one's motives for acts of stewardship. However, presenting this award is showing a way of, showing the positive impact that they have in the life of the parish, and as well, it gives affirmation for what they do. Okay, it's our way of saying thank you. Now, this time around, we have not necessarily just individuals. We are honoring 2 committees. Okay. First off, our first winner of our Volunteers of the Year award goes to the St. Boniface Gym Asbestos Committee. Now, Now, even though the St. Boniface Gym Asbestos abatement last summer took only 15 weeks to complete, yay, all right, the planning committee spent about 16 months on the project, over a year. That meant a lot of meetings for people like Don Mosier, for Ben Meese, for Bill Mesher, for Alan Reichs, for Karen Eichscheid, and for Michelle Reichs. The committee learned a lot more than they ever wanted to know about the regulations involved with the abatement of asbestos. Ain't that the truth? And what it is like to completely move out of the gym for a summer. Let me tell you, that's not easy. All right, to pray for dry wood floor at the end. They also learned what it was like to put together a campaign that raised over $250,000. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Thanks to Father.
Yeah, thanks, Father.
Thank you. All right. Each member contributed a lot of volunteer hours, but we couldn't have tied it all together without the summer help of Don Mosier, who coordinated the many different contractors for the asbestos removal, sealing, insulation, and lighting, and got out his own tool belt to put in numerous hours building the lower ceilings. He kept things moving so we could get back in the gym for the fall sports. His experience was invaluable to us. And so congratulations to those receiving awards this evening. I'd like to call forward Don Mosier, Ben Meese, Bill Mesher, or somebody represented him. Alan's not here, but I see relatives that were here. There they are. All right, good deal. I'd ask you all to please come forward and receive your awards. All right. Winners number 2 goes to our St. Boniface School Building Committee. The St. Boniface School demolition equipment was here on our grounds for only 15 days. Again, yay. All right. But the planning committee spent even longer than the asbestos. They were doing this for a full 2 years. All right. The committee was comprised of the parish council and the maintenance safety committee member, a parish trustee, a finance committee member, St. Boniface School alumnus, and our business manager. Being honored tonight are Alan Reichs, Dennis Ween, Ben Meese, and Carol Eichscheid. It started with a lot of research and continued with obtaining bids and dealing with many agencies concerning permits. It is amazing how much you've got to hop through to get these things to go. All right. However, they worked to offset the cost of the demolition by removing anything of value in the building and salvaging it. It is amazing what people went through that they saw that was valuable. It really was. Something that they saw from that school that reminded them of something that happened to them. It was great. And it was just wonderful to allow them to be able to have that. Okay? All right. They organized work sessions and organized the school auction. To help preserve the memories, they held open houses, preserved the cornerstone, we have it, and sold bricks in commemoration of the building that served us for 106 years. There was a lot more to the project than met the eye, and of course, many meetings. Members of both of these committees did things and learned things they normally wouldn't have had any other way besides saying yes to serving their parish in these capacities. This was an educational opportunity for everybody involved. All right? There are two of these individuals who served both of these committees mostly at the same time. At this time now, first off, I would call the school building people who are here, Alan Reichs, Dennis Ween, Ben Neeson, Carol Eichscheid, to come forward and receive their awards.